O enchanted land of my childhood. A cultural petri dish from which regularly issues forth greatness. New Jersey, in case you didn't know it, has got beaches. Beautiful beaches. And they're not all crawling with roid-raging trolls with reality shows. I grew up summering on those beaches, and they are awesome. Jersey's got farmland, beautiful bedroom communities where that woman from Real Housewives who looks like Dr. Zayas does not live, nor anyone like her. Even the refineries. The endless clover leaves of turnpikes and expressways twisting in unknowable patterns over the wetlands are to me somehow beautiful. To know Jersey is to love her. Fort Lee. You may have heard of it. Some of Governor Christie's minions allegedly conspired to jam up traffic for a few days. It's a town with a jokey history of corruption. It's also where my beloved Hiram's is. Open since 1932 and pretty much unchanged ever since, my dad started bringing me and my younger brother Chris here in the 50s, and they still honor tradition.
2 chili cheese dogs.
My happy place. Sometimes I just need that old-time flavor, you know?
Well, as soon as I could chew food, basically my dad would take me here. It is a great point of pride and personal satisfaction. And I've convinced my daughter that these are the finest hot dogs in the land. She gets very excited to come out here, which makes me very happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now this is key. These toothpicks, just like 1958. Some things just shouldn't change. My dad used to love piccalilli, red relish. I love this stuff.
Look at that beauty.
Oh, yeah. I come here to feed my soul, the cultural wellspring that is New Jersey. It's the antidote to every other place. This place is perfect. The dogs are amazing. There are not a lot of people in this world like courageous enough to not change.
Down the shore. Yeah, we actually talked like that. It was what we did. Go down the shore. Not just our family from Bergen County near the bridge, but middle-class and working-class families from Philly and all over who pack up the kids in the station wagon for the seemingly interminable trip to Long Beach Island.
Just getting out of the driveway was a big deal.
Plus, it always took 3 extra hours just to load the damn cars.
There was always drama.
Strapping crap to the roof of the car.
Where once we were over the Manahawkin Bridge, the excitement would ratchet up. Ship Bottom, then Surf City, Harvey Cedars, Love Ladies, ticking off the town names until finally, Barnegat Light.
New. These are all new. I mean, look, that's original.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, I think I know who lived there at one point.
And that's definitely old school.
But look, let's face it, it's been how many years? I mean, like 40...
There's a 4 on it, I think.
Jesus, we're old. And the lighthouse.
Definitely remember going to that lighthouse a lot of times.
Oh, the good old days. I want some fried clam strips.
Absolutely.
Well, our options are limited, shall we say, but holy crap,
Yeah.
this place is filling up.
I think it's because it's the only place.
Yeah, but still, who lives out here year-round?
We're about to see every single one of them.
Let's be honest, when we'd come here in the summers, I was the bad one.
Your recollection is correct.
I was up to every variety of criminal, antisocial behavior down here. I didn't smoke dope for the first time here. I was looking for dope, but as a 12-year-old, it was hard to come by.
I think I vaguely remember you walking off with some kind of cute girl.
First kiss, that was an important passage. Oh, good.
This is good.
I realize now that I hitchhiked regularly.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, you know, I want to go down to Ship Bottom tonight, you know, with some friends. How you getting there? Well, hitchhike down. Okay, have fun.
That was cool. All the kids were hitching here. That's how you got places here.
Summertime. You know that sound? Just out of the water, ears pressed up against the beach blanket, the squeak of bare feet on sand nearby. Classics Illustrated comics waiting for me back at the house. I'd play with my little plastic army men in the dunes.
There's a smell of beach grass in the dunes. You know, can you remember it?
I still crave it. I love it.
And on special occasions, clams and drawn butter. No matter where I find them now, they always bring me back here.
I remember this place with nothing but fondness. I mean, I can't remember a single bad memory here.
It was great. People you knew from last year were here. You'd roll out onto the street. Your parents didn't need to be with you. Have a campfire on the beach at night. You'd set off firecrackers, all this stuff they wouldn't let you do at home.
The beach would look different. For a couple of days, the whole beach would be like this weird foamy surf, like these giant, like frothy bubbles. Oh, yeah. Here, now we're talking. Thank you.
Yeah, or there would be the jellyfish delivery sometimes, where there'd be like millions of them all over the place.
Infestation of jellyfish, right. I tried to block that out.
That wonderful feeling of, you were with other 10-year-olds alone at night, on the beach. It was great.
Love clam strips.
These are great.
This is awesome. So far, so great. I'm happy. Properly battered piece of fish, some good tartar sauce. What were your favorite activities?
Building fire on the beach.
Right. Overturning the lifeguard stand.
Yes, had to go.
They were representatives of the man.
Firecrackers on the beach.
Firecrackers on the beach.
I have some firecrackers in your car, by the way. Just saying.
Set them off in the elevator at the casino.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
It was paradise, America's first dream vacation. The beach, as far as America was concerned, meaning bathing suits and swimming in the surf, was pretty much invented here. Atlantic City. Rich or working class, it was here for you. Back then, you dressed up to walk the boardwalk. It was capitalism at its purest and most assertive. It was a democratic dream, designed from the beginning for everybody. Flashy, utilitarian. Upright, deeply, unapologetically corrupt. The knife and fork inn was right there through it all. In many ways, its story a perfect reflection of changing times. Established in 1912 as a so-called gentlemen's dining and drinking club, the second floor originally had curtained alcoves and a separate ladies' lounge. Private rooms on the third and fourth floor were set aside for games of chance and perhaps other activities. Vicki Gold Levy's dad was the chief photographer for Atlantic City from the 1930s through the 1960s. He saw it all, and by extension, so did Vicki.
What was it like here as a kid?
It was fantastic. Walking down the boardwalk in the summertime was like walking in a carnival at a midway. The cacophony of noises.
There were still remnants of the 20s.
Yeah.
That sensibility, that look, handlebar mustaches, Victorian graphic design and illustration, a weird stuck-in-time feel was still very much in evidence, even in my time here in the early 60s. The boardwalk was over 6 miles of amusements, entertainments, parades, and pageants, a never-ending carnival.
Every place you went down the boardwalk was something else to see. And all the stores were like mom and pop stores. They're all very unique.
Yes.
And I love that.
The world-famous Steel Pier, amusement arcades, Barkers, novelties, saltwater taffy.
I loved the joke shops.
The joke shops.
It was a wonderland of juvenile delinquency because I got to in and buy, plastic dog crap and plastic vomit and smoke powder, and it was just something very sinister and forbidden. And my parents indulged me when I was here.
The menu has changed somewhat since the original. For me, a very tasty pretzel-crusted swordfish over lump crab meat. For Vicki, pan-seared scallops.
My memories of Atlantic City are largely built around the time before gambling. Times were not good. I mean, the Marlboro Blenheim, I remember it well, was largely empty, but it was a magnificent structure.
I mean, you and I like the nostalgia. And people who like Coney Island like it, but I don't know about the young people.
Beautiful buildings are beautiful buildings. A beautiful view is beautiful view forever.
Yes.
There's no place with this kind of history and legitimacy. This place has deep romantic allure.
I agree with you. I believe in the transition that's coming. I really, really do, with all my heart.
The kinds of businesses you talk about that used to be here, it's not a matter of, gee, it would be really great if that kind of thing happened again. It is inevitable that that will happen again. And it's worth fixing. Atlantic City could be chic, easily, because the bones, the skeleton of the city are beautiful.
I'm glad you feel that way.
There is, even in very young people, particularly now, beautiful old things. A beautiful old restaurant with really great food, for instance.
Reading it right now?
Is much more interesting than a glass box with good food.
The names of Atlantic City streets were imprinted on generations of Americans who grew up playing Monopoly. Drive down Ventnor Avenue today and you see history. The ebb and flow of America's hopes and dreams played out in the buildings and homes you see as you pass by. Magnificent mansions mixed in with inexpensive two-family houses, cheap takeout, the footprints of a lost world. The Riviera of the Northeast, still there if you look between. With jet travel in Miami and an expanded highway system, things declined, as they do. But a few visionary geniuses presented a solution. A cure that would overnight make everybody well, make Atlantic City shiny and new and prosperous again. Men like Donald Trump.
I think it's going to be really very beneficial to everybody. We look forward to operating the Taj Mahal successfully for many years to come.
Vast new Xanadus would be constructed, and would-be Kublai Khans rushed to Atlantic City, eager to tap into what was assured would be a never-ending gusher of prosperity. Casino gambling.
When casino gambling was sold to the state of New Jersey, to Atlantic City, as the cure-all, who was going to bring it back to its glory days, did that ever happen?
When you drove around today, do you think this place is better than it was then? Do you think it helped?
No, I don't.
New Jersey native Brian Donahue is a reporter with 20 years' experience focusing on South Jersey. Doc's Oyster House, an establishment that survived Prohibition, the Great Depression, 2 world wars, numerous declines and rebirths. Still here, still great, a symbol of what Atlantic City was and should be again, could be again.
To bring a city back after its decline is a really complicated, hard process, and they wanted easy answers, and casino gambling was seen as an easy answer.
Yes, it sure sounded like a good idea.
They were going to put this plan in effect, 12 casinos here, and bring everybody up from the top down. It hasn't worked. Now you're left with just 12 casinos.
And if you're looking for an example of lemming-like lurch towards a shiny new cliff face from which to tumble, look no further than this $2.4 billion goat rodeo, the Revel. It opened in 2012 and closed less than 2 years later. The most expensive casino in New Jersey history.
They just forged ahead with it. The hubris was incredible.
What were they thinking?
Short-term money. And at a time when all these other casinos are opening all over the entire East Coast.
Which is nuts. It's economics 101.
Casinos, of course, by design, neglect the city's existing assets. Salt air, a walk by the glorious North Atlantic, the greatest of all the Earth's bodies of water, the classic attractions, the restaurants.
This is what it's going to take for Atlantic City to come back. It's going to be on places like this. We celebrate the ghosts, you know?
Some nice crab cakes at Doc's, a big freaking lobster stuffed with crab imperial, pomme souffle. Those things are bad for business. The business of taking your money.
Thank you so much. Lovely. That'll work. That's good. I don't want to sound like I'm down on Atlantic City because I see it as an incredibly, almost ludicrously hopeful place. So whatever left of it should be, to my mind, hung on to because they're going to come around.
There's nothing funny about losing all your money. Yet casinos are steady employers of that most hard-working species of entertainer. Comedians Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane are two of the hardest-working people around, married to each other and New Jersey.
It's so much money to live here. I drove 3 exits on the Jersey Turnpike. It was $7. So if you drive the whole New Jersey Turnpike, when you get to the end, you have to give them your car.
I'm gonna tell you guys something that I don't generally tell people right away. I'm a vegan. I'm very passionate about it. It's all about eating a cruelty-free lifestyle. No animal byproduct of any kind. I do cheat a little. I eat veal. So good, so tender. How do they get it like that?
I'm very sentimental about Jersey Italian, particularly spaghetti and meatballs. That's what I was going to go for.
I've eaten here at least 5 to 10 times, and I've never had a bad meal, ever.
Okay, I know what exactly.
I wouldn't
what
get the
I'm doing.
meatballs.
Proud longtime residents of New Jersey?
No. I've lived here 9 years, but only been proud maybe the last 2. It took me a long time to sort of...
Get up to speed?
Yeah.
Born and bred.
Yes, my whole life.
He won't leave. I had to make peace with it.
When's the first time you played Atlantic City?
There was a club at the Sands. Many times I would get paid on Thursday, and I would lose it all, and then I'd have to work for free. There's no worse feeling.
Oh, I know that feeling.
It's a nightmare. You ever watch a couple in Atlantic City? Okay, dear, hold this money. Don't give it back to me no matter what I tell you. I don't care what I say. An hour later, give me my goddamn money. No, I'm not fooling around. You're lucky I even brought you here, bitch. You better give me my money. You're the reason I'm losing, touching my arm when I'm shooting craps.
Is there a specifically Jersey sense of humor that
Yes.
you've noticed?
I love Jersey audiences now so much because I've never one time ever said anything where people in the audience have gone, oh, they never get offended.
We all have our words, you know, that we don't like, the ones that affect us the most. I have my trigger words. As a white woman, the word I don't like is no. I don't hear it that often, but when I do,
Here's the deal with Jersey. People land at Newark, and they drive up the turnpike. They don't turn off and go up into the night.
You see the refineries.
They think that's New Jersey.
See, how sick is it that I think it's beautiful?
More horses per capita than any other state.
Northern New Jersey is the embroidery capital of the world.
Yeah.
Apparently. I don't know where that's happening.
My ex-wife worked for an embroidery company.
No.
I swear to God. I'll call her right now.
This is a taste of my youth. For all of the marvelous things about New Jersey, will people ever come across the bridge and the tunnel in the other direction?
No.
No, okay.
I did not have to think about that.
Let's go out to Club in Jersey. No.
No, but you know what?
So-
It's all relative. A 25-year-old guy or girl is going, we're not going to Jersey. A 60-year-old person is going, I'm getting out of the city and I'm
There's your
moving to
answer.
Jersey.
There's your answer.
Well,
It's never
but
going to be you.
You know what? Where does hitness stop? At what age?
Hipness is overrated.
Yeah, it is overrated. You know what? I love living here. I love it. Pine Valley, the best golf course in the country. Trump has beautiful course
Wait
here.
a minute. Trump. I'm not a fan.
Who is?
Every minute that he walks here, it demands a certain complicity to not shout out. We look at that ridiculous looking head. It's like if you have a disfigurement, that sort of tacit agreement that I'm just not going to bring it up. That's too much to ask of me in Trump's case. I want to scream.
Do you know why he puts his names on the building? So the banks know which ones to take back, okay? At least he's a humble guy. Jesus.
The forests and empty spaces of New Jersey are vast, and often empty of everything but legend. You live here if you like a quieter life, of not being messed with. 1.2 million acres of Atlantic cedar, swampland, forests. It goes on and on, seemingly at times forever. It's easy to get lost.
In the backwater marshy, where the cranberries grow.
When I was a kid, as we passed through the pine barrens on the way to the shore, we joked nervously about pineys, the strange, possibly inbred tribes of people who actually lived out there, somewhere between the trees. That was what we believed anyway. Paul Evans Peterson, jeweler, musician, author, and proud piney. We meet at the disconcertingly friendly Lucille's in Warren Grove for a delicious breakfast.
The legend of the Jersey Devil was Mother Leeds had 12 kids, found herself pregnant with the 13th and say, may this child be a devil. There's many legends that are told about it, but that legend says that when the Jersey Devil was born, it morphed into this creature, flew up the chimney, and was gone into the night. Other legends say it killed everybody in the room. It's supposed to have the head of a horse, wings of a bat, hoofs, but you have people that say they've seen horns on it. It breathes fire. It's got a real long tail with a triangle on it.
I mean, it sounds like My Little Pony with a forked tail. It doesn't sound frightening to me.
It's supposed to have big red eyes, and some people say the head of a goat.
It's a big goat's a little scarier.
The folks that live in the Barrens, they have a story they tell about that old Leeds woman and her child from hell. The night he's born, he took wings off and flew out into the night. Say you still hear him screaming when the conditions are right. Yeah, I swear it's true. These Pine Barren Blues.
What's out there? Who are Pineys? Do they roam the forest at night searching for souls to capture?
Nah, Pineys are people that live in the Pine Barrens. There was a time years ago that if you would have called somebody like that a Piney, you'd have got shot.
Really?
But now people embrace it. People like to be thought of as living off the land. They have bumper stickers now, you know, Piney Power.
Mm-hmm. How do you make your living?
It's good to farm blueberries and cranberries.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of fishing, a lot of clamming. Hopefully the oystering is coming back in the Delaware Bay. The bay supported a lot of jobs.
The Pine Barrens have been settled for a long time.
Long time. Some of the first people that came here were the glass makers and saw this incredible sand that we have out here called sugar sand. Pure white, and it's perfect for making glass, to the point that it didn't have to be washed or processed in any other way. There was hundreds of glass works. They're just ruins now. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So it's not like the rest of Jersey here.
Oh, no. And I hope it stays like it. It's like a Jersey unto itself. But out here, like you saw, it had a long drive to get anywhere.
But that's good, by the way. That's really good.
Yeah, isn't it great?
You want to talk mythic, epic, storied, anthemic, that sort of thing? Welcome to Asbury Park, wellspring of American music of a certain kind. Home to, yes, the Boss, and the Jersey National Anthem, Born to Run.
$9 to drive into Hades, street preacher.
Springsteen, Bon Jovi, Little Steven. But before them, there was this man, Southside Johnny, who with his Asbury Jukes pretty much created the template for the Jersey sound. A place, and really it could have only been this place, that changed music and lyrics forever.
Asbury Park. It's had a reputation as being a happy hunting ground for musicians because what? A lot of bars?
A lot of bars. It just was a tradition of bands playing here, which is funny because the town was started not to have alcohol and not that kind of music. But after a while, the pressure just was too much for entertainment for people to come here, and it morphed into an R&B and rock and roll haven.
Most bars don't hire musicians. They don't hire bands. They're too much trouble.
Well, this is the Jersey Shore, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jersey Shore means people want entertainment. It's not just hard drinking people. There's people here on vacation in the summer.
But Atlantic City didn't have that reputation.
Well, we're not Atlantic City. We're Asbury Park.
All right.
As I always like to say, good is good forever. Great music, great songs, and a classic Jersey sandwich. And at Frank's, they honor that Jersey tradition of assertive layers of sliced ham, salami, pepperoni, provolone, with some tomato, onions, shredded lettuce. You got your roasted peppers in there, and most important, your oil and vinegar, which soaks into that soft, fresh-baked bread and marries it all together into a soggy, glorious delivery vehicle for deliciousness.
Here we go.
Thank
you.
Enjoy.
Oh, it's such a beautiful thing that they shred the lettuce and everything. You used to come here as a kid?
Yes, my father, he would order like a pastrami sandwich.
Yeah.
And I'd eat like a third of it, and he'd eat the rest of it. And then my brother would eat eggs and bacon, so we had to order what he liked. But he was a real trencherman. He could really eat.
Asbury Park, like its close cousin Atlantic City, with whom it had so much in common, suffered from much the same problems. 14 years ago, last time I came, it was a shell of itself. Dying, the beaches empty, a sad and forlorn place. Unlike Atlantic City, though, Asbury Park fought to fix itself to become again the kind of place that anybody would want to live in. They didn't look for a magic bullet like casino gambling. And to a great extent, they've succeeded by keeping alive what made Asbury Park special. They hung on to what was important. Like this place, where any overgrown child still wants to play.
Misspent youth. Thank God.
What? Tilt all? No way. That's delicate.
Come on, hit, baby, hit. Ah, man, these are tough.
This is important for children.
I think so.
You know, your first exposure to racy images of women are all set in some sort of 20s fetishistic alternate universe. Also, it teaches you shame.
And teaches you humility when you lose.
And exactly the limits of how much you can break the rules before it tilts.
You know, I think they should have tilt for all sorts of things.
I think so, too.
You step over the line in a bar talking to a young lady,
Tilt.
And that way you know you got to start again. I tilted it already. I barely touched it. What are they talking about?
That's what they all say.
Wait a minute. I got un god. See here, I got a nut. God! Let me play.
As I like to say, good is good forever. The Atlantic Ocean will always be magnificent. Looking at it, always a humbling, even educational experience. It teaches us that men come and go. But no matter how foolish or outsized their dreams, how badly they screw up, what we do here at the ocean's edge, the sea will outlast us. Will always draw us to her edges. When necessary, it will crush us.
I mean, look at the Taj. It's just completely oblivious to everything going on around it.
Yeah.
And that has got to be the most butt-ugly building ever.
I noticed last night that some of the lights on the sign on the building are out.
Yeah, it's like Trupp.
So, something like that, yeah.
Or Tump.
Or Rump.
I mean, it's sort of perfect, actually. If you think of Trump as sort of carnival barker, his operations is designed to attract rubes and empty.
Yeah.
You've got sort of a perfect metaphor here.
Yeah.
I hate sweets, but I'm a sucker for nostalgia. You can't go back, I can't go back. Hell, I wouldn't even if I could. I sure don't want to ever have to be a teenager again. But those tastes and smells of childhood, they work still.
Now, you're telling me you were not a big saltwater taffy fan?
I just remember it was hard to chew.
You had braces, remember? So this was probably
It may have been
problematic.
before that, I don't know. I can't remember if I had braces at that point.
I don't like candy generally, but these have a mystical hold on me. Man, even the color of the wrapper has this weird, you know, like there should be weird music playing in the background. Molasses, I totally remember that. Getting a bunch of those. I don't know why certain flavors really resonate. The peanut, I know exactly what that tastes like. I remember the vanilla really powerfully. Like, I'm not even a vanilla guy really, I'm more of a chocolate guy.
I think I remember pink ones, so they must have had strawberry.
Wintergreen, I remember.
Licorice sounds good.
Peppermints. We keep these in the car.
We fried cookies and cream. Does it melt?
Oh, it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff isn't fattening, by the way. You can eat as much as you want.
Is it gluten-free?
It's all natural.
That's what I thought.
Atlantic City will never die. Good is indeed good forever. And Atlantic City will be great again. Asbury Park, Camden, all of my home state. I'm convinced when the tide has come and washed all the greed heads away, we'll once again be magic. I hope I'm there to see it.